Hi traders, good morning. So in this particular class, we are going to learn how to trial a trailing concept. Previously also like in our channel, we have already a video on that particular dedicatedly how we gonna hold winning trade by using the EMA and super trend. But in this particular particular video, I'm going to teach you how you gonna hold the winning trade with the psychology, or by seeing the candle to candle. Okay, so how effectively this will work, or like how it will change our mindset. Okay, so we are not going to do the a blind way of doing the trading. So with the psychology, how you gonna um, this is my own way of what I think personally, and I will hold the winning trade. Okay, so it's not like see, most of the people, we will hold until the SL hit. Okay, we can able to hold the trade. But if you are seeing the profits, okay, you can't able to see hold that particular trade. See, most of the traders are facing this particular problem. See how effectively we can hold that particular trade. Today we are going to teach that. Okay, so we are going to learn this particular concept in this particular class. So if you can see, even I shared my analysis where liquidity hunt over here, and after that, if it didn't sufficient to break these particular levels, so there might a chance to come. Like most of my learning students will know these things. Learning best students, yeah, they know very well, and we have seen these concepts, correct? So now, how we gonna effectively hold this trade? If you can see, last Friday we took a put option called 25,900 put option, correct? I'll take this as an example. So how we gonna trial that? This is the first candle, 9:15, right? So from this, like whenever you enter, so how you gonna hold this until the the last? I'm not going to teach you like perfectly at the bottom you need to take and hold that trade till last. But sorry, my health is not good actually. So with the logic, how you gonna enter in this particular trade? Okay, or like how you can hold this with the logic, not with the blind thing. Okay, see, we took a trade called 25,900 put option, correct? So let's take this as an example. And if you can see, yeah, so if you can see, our entry will be around 80, correct? 80, you can say that is the bottom entry, what you can say, like bottom entry, right? So where we have given that 80 is our entry, and 60 is our stop loss, where the 60 is, yeah, 1 minute, let me mark those levels. Yeah, this is your entry. Okay, I think this particular panic candle, we asked you to square it off around 78 or cost to cost, but after that it went like rocket. It almost touched 235, or like beyond, I think 300 plus 268. Yeah, but our targets will be like 100, 120, and 140 is the last thing, where 1 is to 3. We are always aiming for the 1 is to 3 risk reward ratio. Yeah, this is our SL. 140 is our third target. So we are taking a risk of 1 is to 3. Yeah, 1 is to 3 trade. Okay, so how you gonna take in? Let's say I'm not going to teach you how you gonna take effective entry and exits, but I'll tell you this trailing concept where you can hold it till the last. Okay, so the first thing is, whatever the chart you are seeing, like option chart only we are always seeing, right? So either call or put, whatever maybe. it will be always trending, then only the buyers will get profitable, correct? I'll teach you in this own way. Okay, so let's say let's take this is your entry, 80 is our entry. So let's say I'll mark this as in uh, green, and 60 is your stop loss. So I'll mark this SL as a red color. Okay, I'll take another as well. So another horizontal line. Let's take this one, and I'm just to color it, I'm just placed over there. There is no logic to behind to place that. Okay, I'll mark it as a blue. Okay, now see here. So whenever you enter, let's say particularly you enter over 80 rupees. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to wait for a let the once you enter, either your stop loss has to hit or your targets has to hit. Until unless, do not close that. It stick to the rules, meaning to say either your SL has to hit or your at least a target one, or target two, you need to exit. Always aim for a target two. I'll tell you the reason why. Okay, so in the upcoming classes maybe I'll try to cover that. Maybe I just want to keep this as a very short video. Okay. I don't want to drag the concepts. See, let's discuss without any wasting time. Now, once you enter into the trade, wait for the momentum to come. Like the candles, you need to follow the candles. How you need to follow the candles? Let's say. So once you enter, let's wait for a red candle to come. Meaning to say, whatever the option you hold. So we are option buyers, right? Our the chart should be always should be trending. Then only we will get a profit. Okay, either CE or PE, whatever it may be. If it is a CE, if you enter over here, if the market is moving in this particular direction, then only you will get profitable. If it is a PE, meaning to say that your put option, if market falls, then only you will get a your premium will get increase. Okay, so I'll just take the option chart as an example, and I'll explain you what is the concept. See, once you enter into the trade, either your SL has to hit, or let's say your target has to hit. You need to stick to that rules. Okay, so once that is the first rule, and okay, so next rule is you need to wait for the green let the green candles let it go in your direction. Okay, so once it is going in your direction, there is a rejections, meaning to say sellers are trying to very hard to bring the market or bring your premium down. Okay, meaning to say that like your premium is going against you. Okay, so here when we are going to lose, we need to lose always small. When we are gaining, we need to gain big. Okay, so that's the basic principle. So let's wait for our opposite candle to come, meaning to say if you're now we are seeing green candles, let the sellers take over the control. Okay, see, this is the point where sellers has took the control at 95. Okay, so here we need to stick to our rules. Either my SL has to hit, or uh, this candle, whatever the red candle made by the after your entry, a red candle came na, this candle above the buyer should cross, meaning to say the green candle has to close, then you can trail your SL. Okay, meaning to say here the psychology is, see, currently once you enter, buyers are trying to take the control of the market from the sellers. That is a clear. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to wait for a seller's candles to come, meaning to say opposite candle. Now you are seeing the green, right? So you need to wait for a red candle, meaning to say sellers are trying to take the control. Let's forget about this, like it is always like falling, right? Either trending or like a downtrend or trend. But we need to see in a option chart this way. Now the green candles meaning to say buyers, put option buyers. Okay, now a red candle has to fall, meaning to say sellers trying to take the control. Okay, they tried, and they are taking the control. Here we are able to see it clearly. So here you need to follow your rules as, either if any candle come and hit your stop loss, then you need to exit. Okay, otherwise your basic principle is whatever the red candle has the first sign of where the sellers are trying to take the control, right? So that particular candle has to mitigate, meaning to say, or like engulfing, you can say, whatever it may be. Okay, a candle, a 5 minutes candle closing should be done above the particular red candle. Okay, now this rule is satisfied by this particular candle. Okay, now change your entry, or like you change your stop loss to the previous swing low, meaning to say, let's say the swing low is 74 or 73. Okay, or like you can keep this red candle below, no worries. Okay, so meaning to say, this is a 74, right? Let's keep it as a 70 or 69. Why? Because there is a sharp wick will come and take your stop loss and go. Okay, so to avoid that, we need to do as a buffer, little bit buffer we need to add it. Let's say whatever the buffer, you can say, like, this is a 74, right? Let's keep 70 or 69, or this green candle below you can place it for now. So this will ensure that, once this candle is satisfied, then you can trail your stop loss. This will minimize your risk. Okay, now the market is going in my direction. Do not see the profit always. That is a blind mistake what we are doing. Instead of seeing the charts, we are always look for a PNL. That will cause of main FOMO, like we will miss these profits, like that. We'll always try to, we'll always try to see the PNL. So then, what will happen if you see the PNL? We'll get FOMO, or like, maybe we'll miss these profits. We'll try to book the profit as early as possible. See, if your capital is very very low, then you try to book always. If you are a risky player and you have a sufficient money to hold, and this whatever the risk you are taken, that won't affect you. Like, there may be people who will trade with a lot quantity, meaning to say, like, bulk quantity they will trade. So if you can in that particular time, if you see any red candle, the minus, you will see a negative profit and loss. So you will get a fear too much, and once you exited, you will always tell, like, the once I exited, market will go. Okay, so now follow the rules of what you stick to. Okay, so now the market is going in your direction, and what you need to wait for is a opposite candle, meaning to say a red candle has to come, and you know uh, you need to wait for this particular candle until unless let the market move in your direction. Okay, a red candle came. Now what is your primary thing? You need to wait for a, now mark the red candle above one line. Okay, so your goal is either your stop loss has to hit. Okay, or your this green candle above, this red candle above, there should be a buying candle, meaning to say a green candle should be closed. 5 minutes candle has to close. So then bring your stop loss to cost to cost. Okay, now do not book the profits, or like if you are, this is your target now, then you may be partial. If you are doing bulk quantity, exit half quantity, or like 25%, or like whatever. Like if you are trading with the 10 lots, try to exit the target one, or like maybe 25%, or like 30 300 quantity, like that. And you drive the remaining quantity, so that you can able to book the profits over here. Okay, now this rule is satisfied, and I trail my stop loss to cost. Now my SL will be cost to cost. Okay, now if any candle comes and hit my stop loss, then no worries, I'll be in profit cost to cost only. There is no loss for me. Now wait for a red candle to come. Okay, now here the candle came. So let mark that particular candle. So now my aim is a candle body should close the wick. A green candle uh, you know above this particular red candle has to cross and close. Closing is very very important. Okay, so maybe we can say this is not satisfied, this particular candle, only the wick, not body. Okay, so opposite candle, the next candle, we will wait for a next candle to either our SL has to hit, or like the candle has to cross. Now this candle has crossed. Okay, this particular candle crossed above this particular wick, and the closing also done. So now change your stop loss to previous swing where the sellers are failed to bring the markets downside. So can we consider this candle? We need to say, I will always try to say like a swing low little bit with a little bit buffer. So here you can say like either this candle below whatever the low, that particular swing low you can keep, okay, with a little bit buffer. Let's say here the low of this particular candle is 106. If you can see here, I'll try to put here. Okay, so 106. Okay, you can add that 6 points as a buffer and keep it as 100, or like 101, like that. Because this kind of sharp wicks, see here how much sharp it came. So that kind of wicks won't take you your profit, I mean SLs. Okay, now you are in profit and you change your SL. So now trade is going in my direction, so you always wait for a red candle to come. So candle came. Yeah, so now your aim is either your stop loss has to hit or your target, meaning to say this candle high should cross by the buying candle. Okay, so now this rule is satisfied here. Okay, now I will change my stop loss to below this candle, let's say with a buffer. Okay, so now wait for a red candle to come. Here the red candle came, so now mark this level. So your next aim should be like a buying candle should cross and close above the red candle. Okay, so this candle is satisfied. Okay, either you keep here stop loss, or like this is very tight range, right? So you can keep it here itself, this candle below. Okay, so instead of placing here itself. Now let's say you need to drive the trade, and let's wait for another red candle to come. Let it mark. Okay, so in between any red candle comes or green candle comes, it won't affect you, because we already are in profits. We need to trail, and what is our next aim should be, we need to aim for a red candle to come, and this red candle high has to cross close by the candle of green. So this rule is satisfied by this particular candle. So meaning to say, from 12:50 to around 2:25, there is this particular time, we need to wait. You see the so many red candles, it will threaten you like I'm going to take your stop loss. But do not fear and stick to your rules. Either your trailing SL has to hit, or your target should be hit, like the ultimate final target, whatever you keep. Okay, and which candle is satisfied? This candle is satisfied, correct? Now I'll bring my stop loss to below this candle with a little bit buffer. Why I am bringing, you can able to bring the stop loss below this as well, or like this swing low as well. It's up to you. Either you try to bring the stop loss, or here, you know okay, let's discuss this. So this candle has crossed by the candle of this one. So now I'll trail my stop loss to, either you can keep here, or like this is where the sellers were failed, and also they tried here and they failed. You can also bring here. Okay, so now I will wait for a next red candle to come. So immediately the next red candle came. Okay, so now my aim should be, a red candle has a green candle has to cross and close. There is no, you know uh, the candle is satisfied, even though this candle is made a high of 267, but this particular candle, it's not satisfying our rule. So here, either our trailing stop loss should hit, or like we need to wait for another green candle to cross this particular zone. Okay, if any candle is crossing above this like this, then I will change the previous, before this, if any low made, meaning to say here, if any red candle formed and then it is moved like this. So for now our stop loss will be here, and it got hit, and we came out from the trade. So let's discuss how much profit you are able to capture with the trailing stop loss. Let's say your entry is here, and your stop loss should be 60. Okay, and it's not accurately 8. Yeah, this is a perfectly 1 is to 6 trade where you can able to capture very easily. So with this, what you can able to do, I mean, what you can able to do with the, we are just going with the psychology, and the pure technically we are trailing, and we are not getting any FOMO. What we need to do is we need to just stick to your rules, meaning to say either my SLRs initial time, either my SLRs to hit, or it need to go on targets. Okay, so once it is reaching to target, so according to the the market, what actually the candle is telling, we need to stick to that particular rules. Here what is happening? So it is a fight between the buyers and sellers always, correct? So market is like fight between the buyers and sellers. So here what actually, who are in control only we need to see. So now the market is in controlled by the buyers, whatever the buyers, put buyers or call buyers. So buyers, we need to think in a buyers. Okay, so let's wait for a sellers to take over the control. So here they tried first time. Okay, once it is crossed by the buyers, meaning to what does it mean? So buying pressure is very very aggressive than the sellers, correct? So meaning to say huge buying pressure is there in that particular put option. Okay, so we are just trying with the who are actually in a control. In such a way we will trial the profits, so that we can able to grab the more profits. Hope you can able to relate the concept, and I hope this concept is helpful to you. Okay, I just want to this video is very short. Okay, so that is the reason I'm closing this particular session. Thank you, thanks to everyone watch the till end. Now my request is subscribe our channel as well, and keep the bell icon on, so that I'll post